I want to start with this. Almost 2.5 years into the job, you've received high praise from alumni, coaches, students, faculty. What are your feelings about that and how you've been received here?
Well, Simon, first of all, thanks for having me today. And this is a university that I love. My wife and I love being here nearly 2.5 years, and it's a world-class university with incredible faculty, staff, students, and about 570,000 living alums that are passionate about Michigan State University. And we have felt that. I talk often about the importance of one team working together, all rowing in the same direction. And I think that's what we've been able to bring in those 2.5 years, and I think people have sensed that. And so the outpouring of support that Amy and I have felt over those 2.5 years, and especially over the past month and a half or so, has meant a lot.
Certainly, a lot of that is building relationships.
Absolutely, and it's those relationships are important. And I probably started building those relationships 3-4 months before I officially started early in 2024. And that's with the faculty and our alumni base. But then along comes the students, and I talk all the time about we're going to be strategic, we're going to be bold, and I always finish by saying we're going to be student focused, and that's why we're here. That's why we do what we do.
You've championed a lot of victories. There have been some challenges along the way, and I'm going to read part of something that you wrote. Going back less than 2 months ago, you cited an unsustainable situation with certain board members. I want to read in your words: publicly undermining decisions, putting personal interests above best interests of the university, faculty, staff, and students. You made that public for a reason. What was your thought?
Well, Sam, I've always said that in order to solve a challenge, solve a problem, you have to publicly acknowledge that there is a problem or a challenge. And it wasn't easy to do that, but I had for several months felt that we weren't working together as one team, all rowing in the same direction. And but some things have changed, and I really believe that the board leadership, the board majority has really stepped up to identify some ways in which we can try to get everyone together following the best governing practices that everyone signed on to when they became a trustee, and whenever I became the president 2.5 years ago. And so I'm optimistic that we're going to get there. This isn't about everybody always agreeing on an issue, but once a decision has been made, we can't have people undermining those decisions, and so that's where we're headed.
I want to ask specifically about one thing. The letter continued: most troubling the actions of some to abuse their access to privilege and confidential information to misrepresent facts, manipulate situations, and selectively use and leak info to promote personal agendas. What about that has changed?
I think we've had good conversations around always putting the university first. We've got to be sure that is first and foremost in our minds and as a priority, even if there's a decision that's being made that an individual may think is not the right decision. But collectively, once a decision's been made, we've got to move forward and knowing that it's what's best for the institution, and that's where we're placing emphasis right now on this one team approach and getting everyone rowing in the right direction, same direction.
After you sent that letter and there were discussions that followed, the board approved a raise and an extension or amending the contract. Were you surprised by that?
I was pleased that the board felt that I had earned an increase, and benchmarking goes into these, and to look to see where university presidents that are leading large campuses, 52,000 plus students, and it's a big enterprise. And so again, that was based on I think a very positive annual evaluation that the board decided that it was worthy of an increase.
Absolutely. I want to ask about another question here. Talking about relationships, how do you go about the business of rebuilding relationships or strengthening relationships after going through something like this?
I talk all the time about partnership, and I talked about the importance of a partnership when I was interviewing for the position almost 3 years ago, and so that's what I'm going to continue to come back to, is how can we strengthen the partnership? And I have to acknowledge that the uncertainty that was created by the decision I made back in late May created challenges for folks, and some that might question my commitment to Michigan State. And so I've already begun those conversations and strengthening trust. And so I'm optimistic that we'll get this behind us and stay focused on the future.
Okay, I want to change subjects now and talk about Spartan Ventures and its subsidiary and some questions. There have been questions raised about transparency, non-disclosure agreements. What would you like your message to be on that?
The message I'd have around Spartan Ventures, Spartan Media Ventures, is that the landscape of college athletics it has evolved dramatically in the last 2, 3, 4 years. And it's those institutions that are going to be able to maintain their competitiveness, be able to have the type of resource to support a top-tier athletics program that our campus and alumni expects of us. Requires creativity, requires innovation, and that's what Spartan Ventures, Spartan Media Ventures is about. We're not the only place in the country that's doing this. Every place that's trying some version of this has their own way of doing it, and we officially launched back in probably 4 months ago, 5 months ago, but we're fully implemented now as of July 1, and we're already seeing the benefits of it with our new jersey patches, which we announced about 2 weeks ago with MSU FCU, and again, that couldn't happen without something like Spartan Ventures.
Should all the inner workings of these ventures be made public, or if not, why?
There's certainly with Spartan Ventures as a non-for-profit. I mean, there's certain things we have to follow in order to create the board within the legal structures of that, and that's very public. And I think with Spartan Media Ventures, which is the affiliate of that, we have other associated entities. Such as our research foundation that was created, 50 years ago, and those are, it's a for-profit that will help us to best position at Michigan State athletics to generate the kind of revenue as we start to look at new media deals in the future, and to leverage the great brand that we have. But we're not selling off Spartan Athletics. I want to be clear about that, and I think there was some misinformation around that. This is that we still, Michigan State University still owns Spartan Athletics.
Okay. Prior to your decision to remain at the school, athletic director Jay Batt decided he was going to leave. Do you regret that, and has that hurt athletics?
I'm sorry that Jay made a decision to move on, but I certainly understand, and we all have personal and professional decisions to make in our life, and it's been a challenging few months, and so we're going to land a great athletics director. That's what this university deserves. We've got a great interim athletics director in John Palumbo, who is also oversees Spartan Ventures. So we'll work through this and get to a great place.
Okay, thank you. I want to just kind of look back big picture. For this community who's seen 5 presidents in 7 years roughly, what do you want to drive home about feeling called to stay here for 5 more years?
Stability matters, and that's something that certainly this community has experienced instability in terms of leadership at the top for the past 7, 8 years, and so that was also a big part of us feeling a commitment to stay. A calling, for sure, and we heard it from every constituency out there to reconsider, and that was a big part of this. So I'm glad that we're here to create that stability that this world-class university deserves.
To the students that encounter you on campus now, what are you hearing?
They're excited. I was actually out on a morning jog yesterday, running along the Red Cedar River, and I had a few students come up and ask for a selfie. So I was dripping wet, and it's hot out there. But I like to do my selfies with students, and we're excited. And as I said earlier, always be strategic, bold, and student focused.
I just have one last question. It's since we've met, since you began, and as I've talked with students and stakeholders here, I've been impressed with the fact that people feel you're so genuine. People feel that you are someone who really is an advocate for this fine university, and that you really want to do the right things and work collectively, as you've said. You know, to anyone that thinks the next time we run into challenges, what will happen? What would you say?
You know, relationships are important. We talked about that earlier, and I get out and I listen to those different constituencies and you know, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and I can tell those stories about what Michigan State means to that junior that's, you know, sad to be entering his or her last semester here on campus, or an alumnus that, you know, talks about the experience they had 45 years ago here, and bring those back to remind, you know, we're in the business of changing people's lives, and so when there's another challenge, I'll remind people why we're here and why we're doing what we do. So I'm, you know, and we just announced yesterday, you know, the best fundraising year in the history of the university, about $735 million raised in 1 year. People believe in Michigan State University, and I think that's what I'll continue to remind people. It's our job to keep people believing.